Вот сейчас один из таких спорных докладов. И вот ребята, они представятся, коллеги расскажут, почему все, что мы делаем, возможно, не совсем правильно. Может быть, не нужно изучать программирование на PHP, не нужно изучать системное администрирование, да и верстку, может быть, нужно изучать несколько в другом ключе. Ответ на этот вопрос, постараемся за этот час и найти. Ответ простой. То, что есть Facebook. И вот что это конкретно значит?
Спасибо большое, Олег. Я просто скажу буквально несколько слов, представлю наших уважаемых докладчиков. Представлюсь сам. Меня зовут Иван Засурский. Я здесь просто как ведущий, на самом деле. Хотя я тоже там главный редактор частного корреспондента. У нас очень хорошие позиции в Фейсбуке. И, собственно, через скоро я как-то понял вообще, что происходит. И постараюсь этим воспользоваться. Значит, я представляю тогда, вы знаете Эндрю Босворт, который прилетел из Фейсбука, он уже делал доклад, и я слышал уже какие-то довольно хорошие отзывы об этом. И я представляю тоже Антон Меркуров, который сделал, может быть, первую в России компанию, ориентированную на продвижение в Фейсбуке, на работу с Фейсбуком, называется Socialite. Пишется вот так. Значит, соответственно, у него есть небольшой доклад о том, что такое Facebook в России сегодня. Я просто открою, может быть, наше обсуждение, и мы надеемся, что будут вопросы потом, и мы поговорим очень интересно. И два доклада в начале, очень простыми словами. Я хочу сказать, что действительно очень сильно меняется ландшафт того, что происходит в интернете. На своем опыте, я с 97-го где-то, не очень давно, с 97-го года где-то я занимаюсь этими всякими вещами. Очень интересно, как волны идут. Сначала поисковая волна, почтовая волна, коммуникативная волна, какие-то разные все время идут. И в этом смысле сейчас очень интересна такая тоже новая волна, связанная с Фейсбуком, который создал, по сути, новую платформу. Вы знаете, что в Америке они стали больше, чем Google по аудитории. Да? С Эндрю очень легко, он по-русски не понимает. Yeah, okay. Now, I told you that you're bigger in the States than Google by audience now. Okay. По времени, проведенному за экраном на сайте. И, собственно, главный мем, который я хотел бы анонсировать, и, может быть, потом как-то выступающие скажут то, что они должны сказать, потом мы с вами можем все это обсудить. Мем очень простой, что появилось, знаете, говорили, будут какие-то интернет-паспорта, нужна какая-то личность в интернете обязательно, интернет не должен быть анонимным. Потом, помните, долго была дискуссия, какой должен быть интернет, открытый, всем доступный, или это должна быть закрытая среда, где у каждого есть, какая-то авторизация, права подписи. Тихой сапой как-то Facebook создал такую среду, по сути, закрытый веб. Но он не такой закрытый, как ВКонтакте, потому что в отличие от ВКонтакте вы можете по ссылке перейти из Фейсбука без того, чтобы увидеть экран смерти. Да? И это очень, как ни с того, маленькая разница, большое различие. И благодаря этому, в отличие от ВКонтакте, Facebook структурирует интернет. То есть очень сильно влияет на то, как будет устроен интернет в будущем, на наш взгляд. И, может быть, я просил бы тогда презентацию Антона Меркурова, нет? Или Сендер? Начнем с Эндрю. Andrew, would you like to be the first?
Sure.
Okay. Please give your presentation. on Facebook. But basically, the idea is like this. On Facebook, Facebook is structuring the web and the web experience and the web industry in new ways that we have not discussed about previously. So the idea is that we are here to discuss how this new field will be explored. What are the best ways for people to join the bandwagon now? What are the best ways for people to understand the potential that lies there? So most of the people here are, as you see, programmers, developers, people who understand the web deeply. Yes, these are your kind of people. So basically, I think it will be great if you just could give them the rules of the game and tell them where to head for. And then after that we would discuss what is Facebook in Russia today and everything. Okay?
Is he translating? Yes, I think he's translating. He waved. All right, cool. So I want to change a statement you said just now. You said Facebook is shaping the web, and I think that'd be great. I would love that if that were the case. Actually, I would say Facebook is enabling developers to change the way the web looks. I mean, I don't think Facebook as developers, we're not going out and building social integration into search engines and social integration into different video sites and different content sharing sites and different news sites. What we're doing is building a toolkit that allows other people to do those things. I mean, certainly you can rewind, and I think Facebook.com, the actual web property that someone might go to, is itself a cool application. To some degree, it's maybe the coolest application built on top of the technology that we're trying to give to everybody. If we do well, then anyone will be able to go and build the kind of proper version of that for themselves. So I think the first version of the Facebook.com, the property, was the original social application, in our vision that would allow sharing, allow these kind of rich experiences, and all kind of bring it through your friends. One of the things I talked about in my presentation earlier is Facebook Photos is probably my favorite example of this, where we have what is by far the most dominant photo sharing site on the internet. 3 billion photos a month uploaded. It's if you take all the other photo sharing sites in the world combined, we're bigger than all of them. But it's a terrible application. It's not even any good. It's got like poor quality photos. It's got very little editing capability. There's lots of other things that are better. But the reason it's successful, the reason it's so successful, is because of the power of this social context, the power of photo tagging, the idea of making photos social. So very quickly we kind of came to realize that our success didn't lie in us building these brilliant applications, which I think we get as developers so caught up on. I will build the greatest photo editing thing of all times, or I'll build the greatest video thing of all times. It turns out that's not the best use of your time. The best use of your time is finding out what people really care about. What people really care about in a lot of these different areas is their friends. They care about their friends. They care about their family. They don't care about anonymous people on the internet. They don't care about the random folk off the street. And so taking all of these experiences where you're dealing with rich media, where you're dealing with content, and making them social is a big deal. And that is what led us to Facebook Connect. That's what led us to really this vision that we have of an entirely social web. Everything that you're doing out there can be social. And even things that are, so today it's pretty easy. When you're commenting on a blog, it's pretty obvious that you mean for that to be publicly shared. And so why wouldn't we share that with your friends on Facebook? Why wouldn't we do that? Similarly, when you're reading an article that you like, why wouldn't we share? If you like it, why wouldn't that get shared with your friends? It should get shared with your friends. That's good for the content creator, whether it be a news site, whether it be some kind of blog, whether it be some photographer. It's good for them because that means they're getting more distribution. And it's good for you because any comments that you make are also getting distribution. And it's also a much more integrated experience. People are going to get used to these types of ways of interacting socially, and then they can interact the same way across the entire web, and it's very cool. And rather than doing it in some centralized way, as like a browser plugin, we want to give the power to developers. Like, as much as we have had, we've been blessed with great success, we're not so silly to think that it's because we're so great. We got kind of lucky at a lot of different things, and it's the power of developers that we've had new developers come in and they've enabled certain things. We want to leverage a much bigger developer community than our 400 employed engineers. We want the millions of developers in the world to put all of their creative power into how to make this stuff really work. So that's really our vision for for going forward is connect on mobile devices, connect on the web, and then connect in real life. This is we were talking here. I was on a TV interview a minute ago, and wouldn't TV be cooler if while you were watching a show, you could see which of your friends were also watching that show, which of your friends were watching different shows that maybe you should be watching instead, what they're thinking about it, what their comments are as you're watching TV? That's awesome. That's really cool stuff. What about in this conference? What if every time I came into a room, I could swite my badge and be like, oh, which of my friends are in this room? Or I take a photo of a QR code on my mobile phone, and I instantly know all my friends are around. I'm in Moscow right now. I don't have a ton of friends in Moscow, but it'd be great if I had some kind of application that would allow me to know when I was within, 1,000 miles of them right now. That'd be great. That'd be very powerful for me. So there's social. It's not just social on the web. It's social everywhere. And how can we integrate these into other devices? And that's really, I think, this year and next year combined for us.